Hi, this is VTC's course, Introduction to Autodesk Revit MEP 2010. In this course, you will learn how to design a building information model in Revit MEP. The technical training facility you will design was a product of a design competition in Munich, Germany. The lessons in this course are designed to follow the typical mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering workflow. In the process, you will complete the following phases of design. You will import the architectural floor plan in either a 2D DWG format or a 3D RVT format. You will add basic MEP elements such as duct, fixtures, and piping. You will add more detailed modeling elements such as mechanical equipment, electrical panels, and plumbing fixtures. You will analyze systems and refine MEP elements. You will create schedules, views, and sheets to document a project, and you will create detail views, annotations, and tags. The lessons are designed to be basic and brief. You will not design entire systems, but only enough of a system to learn how to use the tools and options in the product. For example, when you add ductwork, you will only draw the duct in one wing of the building. When you open a training file, you may notice that MEP elements are included that were not specifically added in a previous lesson. For example, to provide a richer and more finished design, elements such as additional ductwork and equipment are incorporated into subsequent training files. These elements will enhance the exercises you complete. Let's set up the training files shortcut. On the Recent Files window that displays when you first launch Revit MEP, under Projects, click Open. Then, in the Open dialog, browse to the location where you saved the training files. On Windows Vista, this location is under C, Program Data, Autodesk, RME 2010. On Windows XP, this location is C, Documents and Settings, All Users, Application Data, Autodesk, RME 2010. Double-click the Training Files folder. Then, click on the Tools drop-down and select Add Current Folder to Places. That will add a shortcut to the training files in the left side of the Open dialog, which is the Places list. Then, click Cancel. Then, on the Revit dialog that asks if you would like to save the changes you made to the Places list, click Yes. And that concludes this lesson. In this lesson, you will learn how to modify the views within your Revit MEP project. After you are familiar with these tasks, it will be easier to work in Revit MEP and focus on the concepts of each lesson. Click the menu browser and select Open. Then, from the left side of the Open dialog, click Training Files and open the Imperial folder, and then open the folder 02 Mechanical Systems. Then open the file RME MEP Piping 08. When the file opens, on the right side you'll see the navigation bar with two tools on it, the navigation wheel tool and the zoom tool, and also two drop-downs, one for each tool. Click the Zoom in Region drop-down to display the zoom menu. the Zoom menu lists the zoom options. From the Zoom menu, click Zoom Out. When you do, the view zooms out from the mechanical piping design. Click the Zoom drop-down again, and this time select Zoom to Fit. When you do, the view of the MEP design is sized to fit the available window. Now, type the two letters ZR to zoom in on a region. When you do, the cursor becomes a magnifying glass. Click the upper left corner and the lower right corner of the region you'd like to magnify. If you have a mouse that has a wheel as the middle button, you can roll the wheel towards you to zoom out and roll the wheel forward to zoom in. Clicking and dragging the wheel button allows you to pan the view around. To zoom out to see the entire structure, type the two-letter shortcut ZF. Zooming is also possible using steering wheels. To display steering wheels, on the navigation bar, click the steering wheel tool. When you do, the full navigation wheel displays in the drawing area, and as you move the mouse, the wheel follows the cursor around the drawing area. Move the cursor over the zoom wedge of the wheel so that it highlights. Then, click and hold the mouse button. When you do, the cursor displays a pivot point for the zoom tool. To zoom out, you would drag the cursor down or to the left, and to zoom in, you would drag the cursor up or to the right. You can change the pivot point by releasing the mouse button, moving the wheel to the desired location, and then using the zoom tool again. To exit the wheel, press Escape. To display the navigation bar, in case it's hidden, you would click on the View tab on the ribbon, and then from the Windows panel, you would click the User Interface drop-down and select Navigation Bar. To define settings for steering wheels, you can click on the menu browser and select Options, and in the Options dialog, you would click on the Steering Wheels tab. Now let's learn about how to reorient the view. You can use the View cube in 3D views to spin the design or reorient the view. Place your mouse over the south compass portion of the View cube to highlight the direction indicator, then click and drag to orbit the design. Now click the top compass direction indicator to switch to the top view of the design. Click the home icon to return to the original view. Then close the file without saving it, as that concludes this lesson. In this lesson, you will learn to perform some of the common Revit MEP tasks that are included in this course. After you are familiar with these tasks, it will be easier to work in Revit MEP and focus on the concepts of each lesson. Click the menu browser and select Open. And from the Training Files Imperial 02 Mechanical Systems folder, open the file RME MEP Piping 08. Let's resize an element using drag controls. in the project browser, under Views, under Design, HVAC Design Floor Plans, double-click the view Level 2 HVAC Plan Design. Zoom in to the upper left corner of the floor plan and select the duct shown. Click and drag the bottom control up to shorten the duct. Click in the drawing area to deselect the duct. Press Ctrl Z to undo the previous action. Next, we'll move an element. Select the same duct used in the previous steps, and from the Modify panel, click Move. Click the midpoint of the duct and move the cursor to the right and click, and the duct is moved to the new position. Another way to move an element is to select it and then drag it to a new location. Now let's talk about different ways to end a command. Some commands, such as the Modify Ducts command, stay active until you choose another command or end the current command. You could either click the Modify tab and select Modify from the selection panel, or you could choose another command from any of the tabs, or you can press Escape twice to end a command. Now let's learn about how to override the display of objects. You can control the visibility of objects in a view to display objects in specific ways. For example, you can specify visibility settings for specific elements in an HVAC plan in order to enable the display of supply duct and disable the display of return duct. Let's do this. Click the View tab, and from the Graphics panel, click Visibility Graphics. Then click the Filters tab, and under Visibility, Clear Mechanical Return, and click OK. Notice that the return air duct is now not displayed. Press Ctrl Z to undo the previous action, and close the file without saving your changes, as that concludes this lesson.